Anyone else just waiting for NASDAQ futures to open? I want to see if markets gap up or gap down based off of the escalation of what has happened between Iran and Israel requesting the US to get involved. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions here with a super quick market update. And here is what I know so far. Again, I just really hope that you learned something new. And if you do, I would love to keep you up to date. Please consider subscribing and dropping a thumbs up if you feel like we earned it. So again, NASDAQ closed right around 527. It's 526.96, but pretty much 527. If we look at the larger time frame, markets are still incredibly bullish, big picture, but very overbought. I want to see with what happens over the weekend or with what happened over the weekend, if markets gap down or gap up. So this is what we know so far, but before we even get into this, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. We appreciate you guys. I don't know if you guys saw the list that I shared on my Instagram, but Father's Day is the 16th on the list of the most celebrated holidays. 10th on the list was Groundhog Day. I don't even know what Groundhog Day is, but we're below that, just so you guys know. But nonetheless, all you kings out there, happy Father's Day. Don't get it twisted. I think you guys are all better than Groundhog Day. With that being said, Israel officials call the U.S. to join Israel in their attack against Iran. A White House official has now confirmed that Israel has asked the Trump administration to join the war. Per Axios, the Israel source said that the U.S. is considering the request. I don't know about you guys, but obviously the U.S. getting involved, does that mean that another large country could possibly get involved in helping Iran? Well, based off of what I started to read, it says Chinese cargo aircrafts land in Iran after turning off transponder during flight. This is also kind of a question that I began asking myself is, hold up, the Chinese are going to help Iran when we are still trying to figure out our trade war with China. So you guys let me know down in the comments section what you think. I mean, I'm not a rocket scientist, but I do not believe that the Chinese helping Iran is going to help the tensions between the US and China. And remember, we are all banking on the Chinese and the US completing a trade deal. If not, if things continue to escalate and the trade war, continues based off of this falling out of the Chinese helping Iran, markets just because of that could drop. Nonetheless, of what follows after of us now actually being in war, but the Chinese being involved, we'll see how things continue to develop. One thing that I found to be pretty interesting, and again, this was actually just shared, a 4.3 magnitude earthquake has struck Iran's Sistan, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, province located along the border of Pakistan. So again, a earthquake of a 4.3 magnitude was just detected in Iran. Some people, a lot of conspiracy theorists are stating that, this is Iran testing an underground nuclear weapon. Other people are saying that Iran is nowhere close to having nuclear weapons, yet alone being able to test it underground. Maybe it's just a big coincidence. A lot of you guys know, if you know me personally or enough, I'm not big on conspiracies. I think it is what it is. It's just an unfortunate coincidence, but we'll see how things continue to develop. Maybe it's my ignorance to believe on conspiracy theories that this is actually a nuke test that's underground, but I just wanted to make sure that I did my part in sharing with you the news, and maybe you can dive a little bit deeper into it once we learn more. So also an update, supposedly this weekend, Iran was supposed to have a nuclear talk with the US. Not only did they cancel their nuclear talk with the US, but they are also pulling out of this program that restricts them from creating or having nuclear weapons, is what I've been reading right now. It says also Israel formally requests the United States to fight and join U.S. Army. We all know that. And this is the part that, again, I'm just so confused about. I shared a message with you guys that was shared by Donald Trump. This is why I believe, and again, this is 100% my opinion, and it's just my opinion. And it's not factual, it's just my opinion. But this is where I think people come up with the TACO, right? The talk about it and then coward out, I think, is the acronym of what TACO is supposed to stand for. Originally, the Trump administration stated that they had nothing to do with being involved with Israel attacking Iran. And then the day after, literally just the day after, Trump sends out a tweet or whatever on Truth Social and his own social media platform and states, we gave Iran a warning. We told them to listen, or it was going to be very bad for them. They didn't listen, and they got exactly what it is, that they asked for, right? So originally it was stated that we had no involvement, and then second, it's like, well, we told you that, you should have listened, and because you didn't listen, this happened. Israel has a bunch of our weapons. They know how to use it, and they're going to get a lot more. It's like, that shows some form of involvement in the attack against Iran. And then now today it says the U.S. had nothing to do with the attack in Iran tonight. If we are attacked in any way, any shape or form by Iran, the full strength and might of the U.S. armed forces will come down to you at levels you've never seen before. However, we can easily get a deal done between Iran and Israel and end this bloody conflict. So I would like to believe that, and again, it's just my opinion. When you have the president of the United States, who for some people, it's the most powerful position in the world, and definitely in comparison to these much smaller countries such as Iran, seeing the president on social media openly saying that, well, we warned you, we told you, and you didn't listen, and now you got exactly what it is that, you asked for. And then now following it up with this type of comment of saying of like, hey, we had nothing to do with it. But if you attack us, we'll flatten you, right? It's like, why are we then like saying that we don't have anything to do with it and then telling you I told you so, and then now walking back once again? And then you have Marco Rubio, I think it's the Secretary of State, that then also sent out a formal White House statement saying that we had nothing to do with it. We were not involved. We advised against it. And then Trump's message contradicts that. It's a bunch of back and forth. It's a bunch of inconsistency, and I don't think it's a good look, right? This is why I think less is more. The idea of having access to social media does make an individual very accessible, but unfortunately, some of the cons when it comes down to that is it often also gets you to comment on things that can actually exacerbate things, meaning that you make things worse because you are commenting on something that is so time sensitive, right? It's still such an open wound. And then you have to walk back on it because now you don't necessarily maybe want to get involved. It's not that this is an easy solution. Now, I don't think either one of these countries can get a deal done easily. Iran does not seem like they're just going to walk back from, getting attacked from Israel. And Israel being blasted from Iran, Israel doesn't seem that they want to walk back by any means. Now they're asking for the help of the United States. So we'll see if Trump sees that to be a solution worth fighting for. So again, I just want to do my part in keeping you guys up to date. I wanted to share my opinion, right? I've said it many times. There's things that I've agreed with and there's things that I disagree with. I'm an individual. There's a completely other person that is obviously doing these call outs. We're human. We're individuals. We're never going to agree with everything someone else does. And it's okay to criticize and to have a different opinion. It doesn't mean that they are wrong with everything. It just means that, their actions, just like your friends, your family, and maybe even your partner, they often have actions that maybe you just don't align with. But that's okay because we're all different, right? And it's okay to voice that. So just want to do my part in sharing my opinion. I'll keep you guys up to date as markets open up to see if they're still as irrational as they were last week, or to see if they actually begin to fall due to the uncertainty of this war and conflict going on in the Middle East. I also want to remind you that this week on Wednesday, I believe it's the 18th, the Federal Reserve is to announce their rate cut or their rate pause. It's the Fed rate decision. I will be live streaming it for free on my YouTube channel. So just another reason to subscribe if you haven't done so already. So I appreciate you guys' time. I hope that earned your thumbs up. Once again, happy Father's Day. And for all those that are not yet part of my LPP team, if you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, second link in the description down below will get you a huge discount, and you can watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access, and of course, LPP is designed for complete beginners. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.